All right, so we'll do the Nashville review. Sorry to everybody, we never did a New Jersey review, so we're just gonna move on from that. No need to go backwards.
New Jersey was crazy though.
Yeah, I know, I know. I just feel like we would never get through everything if we just kept going through all that. So I noticed I never watched this podcast, but I noticed Kenny and AP were on a podcast called "Bussin' with the Boys" at the Barstool podcast. I actually caught a little bit today. Wasn't bad. So if you guys want to check that out, they recorded from it's supposed to be like a school bus, but I guess it's in something. But yeah, when they were in Nashville, it's based out of Nashville. So check that out. Bussin' with the Boys.
Yeah, it looked like a cool one.
And hopefully, it grows the sport a little bit. Some people see it that didn't know anything about it, which is crazy. The guys who are the host, he actually was like, "Yeah, dude, I used to follow it when I was a kid, but then now I got into football." But so it's pretty cool to hear that. All right, so let's get on the Nashville day race. And what'd you guys think of that track that of Nashville? And yeah, anything that stuck out besides that crazy Dragons back?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I like the day races too, so I think that's cool.
I thought it was interesting, like how the dirt ended up kind of chilling out. Like I thought it was going to be a mutter there for a minute because they got a bunch of rain, but it looked like they did a pretty good job keeping the track together. It sounded like, from what the riders were saying, was all the troughs in between the jumps were real sketchy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looked like it got dry towards the end. It was the opposite of what everybody else thought it was going to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Okay, I don't mind the day race, but I don't like the replay because I went and did something on Saturday, so I just didn't watch it. Didn't get on my phone
Yeah.
to watch it. The replay was I almost had to wait till Sunday. I was pretty bummed about that. Like I kept refreshing Peacock, nothing. But you could see the highlights. I was pissed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a Peacock thing, dude. They always like make you. I think they pretty much don't put it out till the following day, like no matter what.
I was pretty bummed about that. All right, so let's get into like the main thing that happened. 450 Heat 1. They're going. Tomac's kind of leading, but Webb is there. Webb cuts under him, entering the whoops. And Tomac said it kind of spooked him for a second. So he's like, all right, I'm coming back at you. Webb goes into that berm high, falls over, and then AC hits his head. Looked pretty bad. I think at first no one didn't think it was really his head. I think the speculation, everyone thought it was like collarbone or something, but turns out he had a serious concussion.
He looked like he got whipped pretty hard from that front tire.
Yeah. But AC drilled him. There's nothing he could do about it. It sucks.
Yeah,
I feel like worst case scenario for Webb, obviously, but I mean, if he wouldn't have been on the ground, he wouldn't have got hit. So
yeah, nothing AC could do. I mean, Webb was dazed getting up, and basically that was his day, his night, however you want to put it.
Dude, Nashville took out a lot of riders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll get into some other riders that took out. But yeah, that's Webb's season.
I did see that, I saw that AC was like after the race. I saw an interview with him, and he was saying that it was even like hard for him to finish that heat race because of how bad he felt. Like he said he couldn't keep it together for the rest of that heat race. So
yeah,
I think that says a lot about him as a rider and how much he felt bad for what happened, even though it wasn't his fault.
I think those guys are kind of buddies. I think Webb and AC.
Yeah. I think they were enemies as kids, not just kind of like not like real enemies, but they just kind of raced together. Now I think they've kind of just said their piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he couldn't even like really focus throughout the rest of the day after that happened. And but yeah, that wasn't even the bad part of the track. The bad part was the Dragon's back and how that thing is. But all right, so Chase Sexton wins. Tomac comes out leading, and he was up like 5 seconds. And we're like, this is over. Everyone probably thought it was over. And then I don't know, about midway, he hits his whoops, and he looked like he was about to go over OTB, and then he just got off the throttle and was like, I'm just cruising. I'm just gonna cruise at this point in a sense. I think he saw where Chase was, and then he saw where Kenny was, or whoever's in third. He's like, all right, I'm good. And then Chase caught him and passed him. Management mode for Tomac.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Tomac, I don't think he's probably after this week with all these announcements that have come out this week. Now I feel like he's even less worried about championship now, because really the only contender I feel like he's got is Sexton. And as far as like race wins and the possibility of him getting on the podium, I feel like is really high now because, obviously the people that we've lost this week because of injuries at Nashville.
Dude, we're heading into his home track. Like, and he's got the road is paved for him right now. So
yeah,
all he's going to do is keep it on the rails, dude.
Him and Anderson, dude, they're literally the only two that train at altitude. So I mean, I feel like he's got an obvious advantage for the next few races, like in Denver and Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I want to go back to Webb for 1 second. There's a kind of a rumor floating around, and it's all speculation. Last race on a KTM, or does he go to outdoors? Someone that no one knows.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where does he go?
And I mean, Sexton, they're talking Sexton going to KTM for 2024 Supercross. And man, dude, who knows? I mean, there's obviously some teams that have some openings.
Yeah.
Gas. I don't think that he's going to move to one of those companies, though, because I think he already isn't meshing well with the steel frame bike.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him maybe going to one of the Jet brands, but I don't know. I don't see him moving over, and basically riding the same motorcycle.
Yeah, I think everyone's just kind of waiting on Tomac. Is he signing up for 2024?
I mean, do you think that Webb's not meshing with that steel frame bike though? I mean, he's riding as good as he's ever ridden.
Yeah.
Seems he's still like changing a lot of suspension stuff. It seems like, and dude, last year he rode like crap last year, but they had that air shock on the bike last year too, and I feel like that just completely ruined it for him. And they took that off, so now he's running the regular rear shock again. But he keeps changing out forks and stuff, going from 48 mil, 50 mil, like on the front. And I think it just doesn't feel good for him, and he's trying to figure out ways to like make it better. And I just didn't think it was working for him, no matter what he was doing.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But yeah, that was the thing I heard is this because supposedly he might go to World Supercross, not do outdoors, but KTM's not a part of that, OEMs, so who knows?
So he might just, if he's a free agent, he might kind of do what Kenny did and just go ride for, whatever.
So Sexton wins. He's 18 back now. I mean, technically Eli can wrap it up this week, but I sent to you, Aaron, like it'd be very hard unless Chase goes down. But it's still going to be hard for Chase to win the whole thing.
Yeah, it's something catastrophic has to happen to Tomac.
Yeah, and he's not going to care about the wins. He's like, all right, I just got to shoot top 5 probably.
Dude, if I was Tomac, I'd be like, detune this bike, dude. Just don't let it blow up.
Yeah,
just stay safe. I think that's his management mode.
Yeah, did you see at the end of the race, he thing was putting out
overheating.
Yeah, overheating.
Smoking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's been like his thing. On like every brand he's been on, pretty much is like he's like clutching it so much that it's heating the clutch plates up and just making the motorcycle run really hot. Because I know, dude, it did it to him when he rode a Honda. It did it to him when he rode a Kawasaki, and it's doing it to him when he's riding Yamaha.
Yeah.
Which that's just his what happens to him. It seems like
he said that Dragon's back uses works the clutch a lot versus any other whoop section.
Yeah, that Dragon's back having like that extra whoop in it was weird. Like it was throwing people off big time.
Yeah. Quite a few people crashed off that.
So Kenny gets third. because Barsha goes down on the dragon's back. Dude, that looked brutal. He like missed it.
Yeah, that was rough.
Which brings us to our next person that's out, Barsha.
Yeah, Barsha.
For the
So
rest
Barsha's out. Broken collarbone.
And Pierce Brown, he's out on the 250 too. So now gas gas, they've got nobody, correct?
Nobody. No gas people.
Or at least East Coast, they have nobody. West Coast, they still have Mitchell, right?
They got Mosman or
Mosman's out.
Oh,
yeah.
Out?
Yeah.
So gas officially has no riders. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with this. Dude, maybe they'll move Starling up. Starling already rides a gas. That'd be pretty sick.
Well, I remember not only so at Nashville, KTM had no 450 riders.
Yeah, I remember KTM moved Moran's up for a couple races, I think, in the outdoor season, though, didn't they? That was kind of cool. Like, you know, you never know. You know, dude, they're not going to drive the hauler to the race and not have somebody riding a bike. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to grab somebody if they can.
Where's Marvin? Where's Marvin?
We need to start a petition to get Starling up there, bro.
That'd be sick.
He deserves it. He's been riding his ass off.
Yeah, dude. He got what'd he get in Nashville?
Starling.
He got 11th. Dude, he was right outside of the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, dude, 11th place. Like he's a factory bike. He's top 10 all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Marvin? Marvin just said, "I'm not."
He had that knee injury. And I just don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah. So yeah, Kenny. What about? I mean, Kenny's been podium lately. Don't get me wrong. There's some injuries out there and whatever, but dude, he's still riding great. Kenny's riding great right now.
He's been a consistent top 5 guy like all season.
Yeah. He's about to be third in points with Barsha out and now Cooper out.
I feel like Kenny. It just took him like 8 races to get his like base.
Yeah.
Like now he actually has a bike that he can just tweak. He has like a good starting point. Like it took him at least 4 or 5 races to get to a point where he was like not shifting shit around every race, going from, Showa to KYB to like all these different brands. Like I really do feel like he's finally like meshing well with that bike. And you can tell like in his cornering speed and stuff, like he's way more comfortable with that bike now.
Yeah, for sure. It looks the way. I remember like race 1, we did our review where like Kenny does not look good on that Suzuki, and we were just talking about it, and it just looks slow. The bike looks slow. I know that some people might not understand that because they're all going fast, but you just coming out of corners, it looks slow. Now he looks way better.
Yeah.
Colt Nichols get 4th. So good job for Colt.
That was a big turnaround for him.
Yeah.
And Justin Hill, dude, holy shit. Top 5.
Yeah, dude.
Privateer, like not even factory. Like
I wonder what will happen to Colt though, because he's a Supercross only. Wonder what happens with him the rest of the.
I'm curious what their contracts are like for the Hill brothers and stuff too. I wonder if like the possibility of them moving up to one of those other brands is possible.
Yeah.
I don't know like what Rick Ware has with those guys, but I'm pretty sure Starling could pretty much do whatever he wants, right?
If I can see Justin Hill on a factory bike would be he'd be pretty dang good. Not that he's not already.
Dude, he's awesome. I think like the only thing that he needed to work on at the beginning of the season was just finishing races, and now he's finishing them. He's got the speed, and now he can ride for 25 minutes. It seems like him and his brother. So I mean, dude, they've been freaking killing it.
Did you see that quad that I saw Hill hit it and Tomac hit?
Yeah,
Tomac like floated it, but Hill like almost like scrubbed it a minute.
There's a few dudes that were hitting that thing. It was pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. Like to catch them doing that, like not every single lap, but like every once in a while, somebody would uncork it, and you're like, holy shit! Like,
that
was a big jump.
When I saw Tomac hit it, it looked like the looked way bigger, and then I saw someone else hit it. I guess they just like hit it lower. Like he like floated so big over it. Jason Anderson, he hurt himself in the practice there, and then he just put out on social that he's out next race.
He had to go through the LCQ. He still got 6th in the main that day.
Yeah.
And now on to the next person, Jason Anderson's out. Dude, this is been the craziest season, I feel like, for injuries. There's so many people that are out. Like even the factory riders, like Pro Circuit literally didn't have a team anymore. Like they've lost all their main guys. They've got all replacement riders. GasCast doesn't have any people. They're going to have replacement riders for the last couple of races. Like Husqvarna, they pretty much have lost almost all their people. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter. I've been getting on it a little more and more, but just following Supercross, motocross stuff. And this one guy puts out, he's like, they should make it. Don't get me wrong. He's like, I love Supercross, I love motocross, but there's too many rounds that as the season comes in, people are just getting destroyed. Like he's like, I don't know, we make it maybe a 12, and then he also like followed up is like, and the gap between Supercross and motocross is way too short. These guys need time to heal and transition. I kind of agree with the guy. Like it's just, I love it too, but I mean, I don't want to see people just getting hurt and they're destroyed all summer.
Yeah.
And AP was gone, so KTM basically has no riders right now. That's if AP comes back this weekend. So
I think he's coming back.
They've got like the Austrian teams literally have no 450 riders right now.
Yeah.
That's if AP comes back this weekend, which is insane.
Yeah. All right. So,
is Mookie coming? Is he gonna make it back? Last I heard, he was trying to get back before the end of the season.
He said that he's trying to make it back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or for the Super Motocross thing, but
you don't have any points.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't think he has enough points to get in that.
Dude, man, I feel like they're gonna have to like change some of those rules because there's gonna be way too many people on factory teams that they're gonna say can't race because of the stupid point thing. So I have a feeling that that rule is gonna change before like that thing starts. I don't know. I don't see him denying like all these guys that are like top 5 racers. Like they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna not let him race. You know what I mean? Because like, dude, Malcolm Stewart's a huge draw. Like he's a popular rider. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Rules are rules, man. We'll see what happens, I guess.
There's so many injuries. I just think they're gonna have to do something different. Because I don't know.
Well, we all know Mookie doesn't do outdoors. No matter like last year, he was, I'm doing outdoors. He didn't do one outdoor.
Like, look at all those 250 guys that don't have points. Like all the Pro Circuit guys, basically. There's a lot of badasses that like what are they gonna do? Like tell them like red flag them? Like no, you guys can't come to Super Motocross. It's like, dude, the whole Pro Circuit team. You're gonna tell Mitch Payton that like none of his guys can race that. Like I don't know. I have a feeling they're gonna change that one. Just because of the situation.
Yeah, because yeah. All right, so Dean Wilson, good ride for Dean. AC, Chisholm, Josh Hill. I mean, both Hill brothers are finishing the season pretty dang good. Starling, Kevin Morans. You know what? This is good, though. I shouldn't say it like this. With this many people out, a lot of privateers are making good results, which is good to see,
They're doing that Pulp MX privateer thing this weekend too.
Yeah, be live on YouTube.
Yeah,
that'll be sweet.
That'll be fun to watch. And did you hear what they're doing on the sight lap before they race that?
No.
Like the best boner air for like, dude, like it's up to like almost $1,000 I think now to win the best boner air or whatever it is.
That's funny
because it's like all donation based or whatever, and I think they got like about $1,000 in donations right now for it for the sight lap.
They said they're gonna go over $100,000 of money that they're gonna give out.
Yeah,
dude, it's a good deal though. I mean, I think the tickets are $30 a piece or something. Those raffle tickets they're using for the money and get a chance to win a brand new 450 and a bunch of other shit. So, I mean, we love the privateers, dude. So.
Yeah.
I mean, get on there and buy some $30 tickets. Give those dudes some more money because late in the season, dude, they need it right now. So
Steve Mathis like starting that I think was awesome too because man, I feel like dude the privateer guys just completely get shit on by Feld pretty much. I'm happy to see like people like Steve stepping up, and like trying to, dude, like make them money. Like these guys are like struggling to get race to race. You know, it's kind of bullshit. Like you're like one of the best athletes in the world, dude. Top 40 fastest motorcycle riders in the world, basically. And like these guys can barely get enough money to make it to race to do it, which is insane.
I saw a thing on Twitter. I forget what team it is. It might be Team Tedder, but they're looking for a Supercross truck driver, and then you're also a mechanic.
Yeah,
I
Club
don't know what team it was. And they're based out of California. It was you make 80 grand, and people were like, "Man, that's garbage. That's garbage." And then Justin Bogle put, "That's more than I made all last year." I was like, "Wait, what?" Like I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Was that Team Solitaire that was doing that?
Let me. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll look it up here. Well, all right. So Carnow didn't finish dead last in the main. So good ride for Carnow.
Say it like that, bro. That's
Hey, Carnow made the main. So that's
he made it out of the heat race.
Yeah.
He didn't even go to the LCQ in Nashville.
That's it's a good ride for him.
I mean, the dude he vibes with cities that are party towns, and Nashville is a party town. You know,
it's Team Tedder hiring pro mechanic / team driver. Yeah, $80K annual salary. Yeah, and Bogle put let's see, I can find it here.
Carnow should do pretty good in Denver then, because he can drink and smoke weed there, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have a few lefties.
Yeah, Bogle put, I mean, it's more than I made being a racer the last 4 years. 4 years. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, dude, the privateer guys don't make that much money. Like,
no.
Well, Bogle was on a factory team too.
Yeah,
I don't know when the last factory team he's been on, but yeah.
My buddy Ryan has driven a truck for those teams for a long time. He drove for Chad Reed's team forever, and I mean, 80 grand sounds like a lot of money, but it's not. What they have to do is insane. Like there's so much involved to being a truck driver for them.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of hours, like keeping the rig clean, keeping all the food. Like there's a lot that goes into it.
Setting up their pit area.
Yeah. Well, that's also Team Tedder. So it's, I think I don't know if you're a factory team, it might be a little higher than that, but still, not like a huge jump.
Yeah, not to completely change the subject, but I live in Brownsburg, Indiana, which is right next to Indianapolis, and a lot of the IndyCar and NHRA like drag teams have shops here.
Yeah,
they're always like, I've seen a lot of ads for like them looking for like drivers for their haulers and stuff, and they all get paid around that. And one of my friends works for one of the IndyCar teams here in town. I don't want to name which one because I don't want to like call him out, but like he I think he makes like around like 80 a year or something. But man, dude, he works his ass off and he's gone all the time. And like,
yeah,
he's like on the tire crew outside of driving the hauler and having to take care of the truck and do all that other stuff. He's got to prep tires and do all kinds of stuff for the IndyCar team when they're at the races, dude. So his job is like, he's working like 14 hours a day, basically, like every single day.
Yeah, he has to love that sport or else that would be miserable.
Yeah. Right.
Carnow, Chase Marquis, Devin Simonson, sorry. Max Miller.
He's from Ohio.
Kay Clayson, Malcolrath, and then Barsha and Grant Harlan. Malcolrath, what about his shock? Did you see his shock? Like it was.
Dude, that thing got toasted. Yeah.
Devin Simonson, dude, he was riding the 250 class, and he opted to ride the 450 class during that East-West shootout just because I think he knew that he probably wasn't going to make the night show. So like, and he's been making the night show in the 450 class, and he's like
back to back.
Yeah, dude, he's been hanging with the last 2 weeks now, and he's making the main events, which was just pretty legit. He's probably making a lot more money. So
yeah,
it's probably like shit. I should have done this a long time
ago. There was something about a rider. Oh no, we're not in 250 yet. All right, so 450s. I mean, Tomac had this pretty much wrapped up. We're just waiting on like times are only I mean, that's it, right? I mean, I guess anything could happen in a sense, but here's what's crazy. I rewatched the race and I'm watching it, and I had to pause. Something's going on. I was like, and then I glanced at my social and it said, and this is like late night. It said Sexton wins. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, that's impossible. I saw what he was up 6 seconds. and then yeah, just I thought like I was like Tomac went down. I was thinking like all these theories in my head. I was like, Tomac got hurt too. This is crazy. 'Cause that's all it showed. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked you won, dude, because I put Sexton back in my winning position for my fantasy Supercross on Rocky Mountain. So I had Sexton in first and Tomac in second. I got those, dude, and I had McElrath in 13th for the wild card, and he was in 13th until his freaking bike blew up.
What do you think has happened more? Chase has gone down while leading, or you've picked Chase for fantasy?
Well, I picked
Close.
Chase. I think I
Wow,
picked.
close.
I think the 5 or 6 times that he crashed, and I picked him every time of those times to win, and he let me down all of them.
It's Aaron's fault.
Yeah.
And then I said screw it, picked Tomac, and then Tomac won one, and I got that one. And then I was like, okay, I think Chase is going to get it together and win again. And then I picked him, and sure enough, he did. So
Nice.
my string of bad luck has ended.
All right. On 250 East, Hunter had to get like 20th to win the championship, so you basically knew that was kind of in the bag. Didn't think he was going to win it. Jordan kind of snuck in, kind of put him high in the berm. And then Jordan's leading, and then Jordan does Jordan things where he kind of makes a mistake, goes off the track. Hunter leads and just kind of does his own race. And Joe Schmoto actually rode really well for second.
He was Schmoto was kind of catching him at the end a little bit.
Yeah. That was hard to tell. Like, is Joe catching him, or is Hunter like, hey, I've kind of got it,
Right.
But he's still riding good. Jordan comes back on, gets third. Speaking of Joe, that's what I was going to talk about. Joe is basically, I think it's all signed. He's with Honda next year.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Almost pretty sure.
250 still, right?
Do what?
On the 250 still, right?
Yeah, 250. But so
next year being Supercross or like for the outdoor season?
Next year Supercross.
Okay.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want for. I don't know if you guys ever watched like recruiting football, high school to college, and they put like helmets out for the kid, and they're like, "Where are you going to go to school?" Or they put hats out, and he has to pick one. He's like, "I'm going to go to Florida." I want it so when the season stops September 1st, like they can't sign anything, they can't do anything. They have like either Yamaha, they have a helmet, or they have something. And he's like, I'm going to take my riding next year to, make it a show. Let's make it a show. And then versus, hey, he signed. And it's
just instead of just having random signings throughout the year, you want to have like a draft and shit.
Dude, let's really make it a show and make a draft to where you have to ride the bike you get drafted to ride.
Yeah. Come on, let's make this fun, right?
That would be crazy.
I don't know. I think
that'd be wild. I don't know if I could get on that train or not, dude.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be a part of it as a racer, but I mean, as a fan, hell yeah, dude.
Shoot.
Like you can like if you're saying like mid-season someone's not doing well, you're like, hey, we're gonna trade this person for your next year.
Put some salary caps in place and shit.
Right.
Man, it's getting unionized in here. I don't know.
Yeah, but I do think they should do like, hey, we're gonna do they have all the riders like they do like when the season starts up on a podium. Hey, where are you gonna go next year and whatever. They already know, but us as public can't know about it or something. I don't know. Make it more exciting. All right, so Joe Shimoda, Jordan Smith, Jordan re-signed with Star. We haven't mentioned that. Hayden Deegan, Max Anstey, Jeremy Martin, and then Tom Bio, Chris Bloss, Henry Miller. Max isn't outdoors, right? No, he's doing World Supercross. Let's see. I'm trying to think here.
I'm kind of curious. Does anybody know if Roxon's doing outdoors or if he's doing World Supercross?
Supposedly he just switched. He was going to do outdoors. He just switched to World Supercross.
All right. And then I'm guessing all the guys are doing super motocross.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go World Supercross then back to. Can you go back to the other one?
Well, I think the only deal with World Supercross is they have conflicting dates with the outdoor series. So if you race the World Supercross series, it conflicts with the outdoor racing. And one of the big ones, dude, is Redbud. You know,
it
conflicts with that one too. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess see who shows up to what. You
know. Yeah, Henry Miller, Colin Park, Luke Neese, that Talon Hawkins. He was leading a heat race. He was riding pretty good, or maybe that was the main. But yeah, he was leading. Jeremy Han.
Yeah, he went through the LCQ.
Dude,
who was I thinking of?
Did you see that thing where Hunter was like, he just like went over the Dragon's back, and then like I'm pretty sure it was Jace Owen that like totally ate it like right behind him, like right towards the end of that race. Did you guys see that on the 250 main? That was pretty awesome.
What was it? One dude almost hit. Yeah, that was the main. I know you're talking about. Now you say that, yeah, it was last lap. It was
dude,
last
like plotted it up, dude. The last lap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Jace Owen, like right behind Hunter, right after he passed him.
Yeah, and some dude almost hit Sexton as like almost went over a berm and like hit him
head on.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was, but yeah, that was a 250 guy too. Braswell, that's Mets' boy. He's starting to come around.
Michael Hicks, you quite as good that one.
This Josiah, I don't know how to say his last name. This Australian dude, as like there's not even a picture of this guy. It must be his first ever. Cody Schock. Remember Cody Schock a few years ago in the outdoors on like I forget what team he was, Chaparral or some team. Dude, he was crushing it. AJ Katz, Michael Hicks, Hoffman, Kessler, and Brock Pappy. I think he's only made a few mains.
I think those last four guys at the bottom, I think a couple of them got broke off there, like at the start of the main event, because I know Hicks got hit in the back by one of them, and I think that Pappy dude, he got hit. He went down pretty hard too.
Yeah. Dude, if you watch, they never like replayed it or show anything, but I'm pretty sure it was the 450 main. Dude, they just like the camera was going along like a rhythm, and I saw some dude like fly through the air or something. It looked bad.
Yeah,
I was like, why are we not talking about this? But then like right after that, it was like, I don't know. It was like, what the heck? Pretty sure it was at 450.
Yeah.
So a lot of people
outside of the top five, dude, are like the main championship guys. Like they don't talk about a lot of those other guys very much. I wish they did too.
You know who else could? I don't know what his injury status is, but Joey Savacci, like, where's he at? If he's healthy, man, put him on something.
He raced World Supercross last year though, and he did pretty good. So I'd have to imagine that he'd probably go back again. But
yeah. Dude, what about Deegan? Second place in points, like rookie year. Like people can hate on that kid all they want. That kid's the real deal. Like he's gonna win some championships. Like no doubt about it.
He's been really, really consistent too. You know, like he hasn't been crashing. Like he's consistently been in the top five. Like he's been solid. Yeah,
I mean, I like that he's like not backing down to these dudes and like being consistent, and he's there every week. Like,
I
don't think any of them are like he's a pushover, and I don't have to worry about him because he is right there.
The aggressiveness is cool. It makes
Yeah, I like it. He's definitely aggressive, man. But he doesn't. I'm surprised personally that he hasn't wadded up yet. Like not like to where he's out for the season, to where you're like, ooh, God, like he rides it pretty loose, like on the track, and he keeps it pretty smooth though.
Dude, and he's like, it's got to be such a confidence booster now too, because I feel like he really kind of got thrown in the mix, you know, and especially coming off like a pretty not good futures race, like riding the track and getting fifth, so there's a bunch of other kids that I feel like at the time I thought were a better fit, to go into like racing the pro guys than him. But dude, like he came out, man, and like he going into next year, he's not training to like just not die. Now he's training because he's gonna be wanting to win a championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole like just preparing and trying to get out there and like not kill yourself on the Supercross track. Like I feel like that is completely done for him. Like now he's on to like he wants to win now. You know?
Yeah,
which is cool.
Do you think he wins a moto and outdoors?
100%.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
that kid's fast as shit outdoors, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like if he's gonna do it, man, like if he's gonna win one, it's probably gonna come there first.
Those bikes hold together, he's for sure gonna get an outdoor win.
And those Yamahas are fast, you know, and those big outdoor tracks, that's where the horsepower comes into like full effect too.
Yeah.
That's why Justin Cooper, dude, man, like him and Jet, like the other year, Cooper, man, he would just pull on Jet because that bike is way faster than that Honda, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, J Coop had that championship, and like I think Washougal was where he like crashed or something, or I don't know how it all went down, but he was close on the points.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, 250s outdoors this year is pretty interesting. I mean, you got Hunter, Joe, RJ, Deegan, J Coop,
Tommy L.
Vile. Yeah, he might. No one really knows, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty interested in the 250 outdoor. So if Jet wins next week or wraps it up next week, everyone's like, hey, they should send Jet and Hunter on a 450 for this final in Salt Lake, which probably won't happen. But
dude, Jet's got 3 championships and Hunter will have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna move him up. But
No. Well, they're saying in a sense to help Chase block Tomac for a points thing type thing. But I still don't think they'll do that.
Yeah.
Tomac ain't gonna let those punks do anything to him, dude.
No.
He's not gonna let him get in the middle of him and Chase if it comes down to like a couple points.
And honestly, I don't think Jet's like the type of person really that's gonna like do something malicious to him.
Yeah.
No. I just don't think that he's that type of person.
Yeah, I don't see neither one of those kids are gonna. They would not be pumped if that decision came down from above. Like they would not be pumped about being out there.
It's not like Muskin the other year who like pretty much like kind of oh no, I had a bobble, but dude, you clearly just like let by, you know.
Yeah, hey, go ahead, go by.
Yeah,
dude, Tomac was like furious that year, basically. Yeah, that was a good one. Then Tomac came up with the whole bunching theme in Vegas to like build go slow, build it all up, and see what happens. If you go back and watch, that's pretty cool. Like I never saw bunching. He's like, I mean, the only option I had if I just went out and tried to win wasn't gonna work. But that's when Chad Reed basically T-boned Anderson or Anderson T-boned Reed or something like that, just to say like it was. I don't know. You got to go back and watch that one. That's a good one. But so yeah, so we think Tomac's basically got it in the bag. I don't think he'll get it done in Denver though. I think he'll go on to Salt Lake.
He's got to win, and Sexton's got to get 5th, right?
Let me see that again.
I think that's what.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think
1st and 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Chase has gotten 5th.
I don't know who. I couldn't tell you who would be in between there though.
You never know what's going to happen.
And AC.
I think Tomac's the clear favorite to win. Denver.
Hill will be up there for sure. Nichols will probably be up there again. AP's back.
Yeah.
Back.
So
I just don't think Nichols will say, "Oh, Chase is behind me, my teammate." Yeah, go ahead.
And AP definitely wants to win one too. You know, he wants to get up there too.
Yeah.
I think Tomac's just going to ride as like careful as he can. Like,
yeah.
I don't think he's definitely not going to go out and just like break himself off trying to win. Like,
yeah.
As long as he knows Chase is behind him, I don't think it's going to matter who's in front of him.
Yeah, unless it's just Chase in front of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kind of let it come to him, what comes to him, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he won't override anything. Yeah, it'll be.
I mean, because you could tell in Nashville, like Chase passed him, and he was like, "That's cool." Like he was not even worried about it. So, which sucks mentally. That is tough on Chase. It has to be just knowing that the dude's like, that's cool.
He's got like 21 points on him, right? Or he had
18.
18.
Yeah, so it's a bummer that Cooper went out, because that was kind of the 3 versus 2 is a little better in the playoff, not playoff, in the picture, but and the gap's so big, just kind of a little bit of a bummer. Anything else? 250. Hunter probably wraps it up. I mean, I don't think RJ is going to try to punt him off the track or anything. I think they
Jet will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Jet's got any issues either. I mean, what's Jet got to get? What he has to race to.
Yeah, I think he's up like 30 something, 38 or 39.
Yeah, he's up a lot.
Yeah, so that's so 250. Another showdown will be in Salt Lake, the 251. So they want them to run, which they probably will. They'll definitely run the 1-1 plates. You think?
Yeah. I hope it's a dry one, dude. I would love to see those two battle it out.
Yeah.
In the dry. Although Hunter got him the last time, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Am I Aaron doing any riding?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Lincoln Trail this weekend.
Nice.
I went to Linton MX Sunday, but we got the first moto in, then it got rained out.
Dang.
There's a mountain bike enduro this weekend.
Oh yeah, where's that one at?
Zanesville, Ohio.
Dude, I need to get my rear shock rebuilt. And who do you know that can rebuild a Fox DPX2 shock? Let's give a little easy advertisement here. Anybody know anybody?
Yeah, here's the thing. When I lived in Bentonville, you had shops. I mean, you just pointed, you picked a shop. Oh, that's the thing. I don't know now. Like I wouldn't know where to go. It's crazy because there was just so many shops, and you just you just kind of pick what you wanted to go to. You end up getting one you liked, but honestly, I don't know.
I mean, if you want, you'd have to send it off like Colorado. You could send it to Push. They do pretty good rebuilds for Fox stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's probably what
in the area. I don't know, dude. You're in the land of SRAM and Rock Shocks, dude. Like their factory, their huge headquarters is like right there. So if it was a Rock Shocks, I would just tell you to hit up Fancy Pants and get you a freshie.
I should swap over, dude, because honestly, I don't really like the DPX2 shock that much.
Yeah.
Someone I know just had was it that or the XO, but they said they just had a shock issue too, and they sent theirs off.
I like I got the factory float 36s. I like those. I like the forks. I hate the shock.
Yeah.
Shock just doesn't.
The shocks all need some like volume reducers and shit to like make them feel good.
Yeah.
I run a Cane Creek spring shock on mine just because I like the feel of the spring better.
Yeah, I know. I'm
a quad tail though. I don't want the air shocks. Just aren't my thing.
I was gonna buy a YT, dude, but I bought another stump jumper just because when I went to buy that YT like a couple of summers ago, when they put them up for sale because they have like the dates that they start selling, dude, it sold out in like 12 hours. I was like, I went to work and I was like, I'll just order it when I get home from work. And I got home from work, dude, and everything was sold out already. I was like, what the hell? So that's why I wound up getting that stump jumper again. But my old stump jumper had an Olin's rear shock, and I liked it way better.
Oh, I bet.
I was going to tell you the best shock that I've had. Anyone's told me for the Stumpies are the Olin's.
Man, I'm just gonna have to get another one of those.
They're pretty much the tits for sure.
Yeah. DPX2 on Facebook Marketplace here in the next days. If anybody wants to buy it.
Yeah. I don't know how I wouldn't know how Facebook Marketplace does. You're probably better off on Pink Bike.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Facebook Marketplace, I just don't. You can put on the Horns Hills, they have a sell page.
Yeah, or that.
I mean,
a lot of shit moves through there.
Yeah, it's probably your best bet.
Yeah. Any bites on your Sprinter yet, man?
Man, I had one. First one, this guy's like, still for sale. I'm like, yeah. I was like, dang, it's only been up for like an hour. Like, sweet. And it was a scam. I think it's scammed yet, but it was coming to be a scam.
African princes, dude, they'll get you.
Yeah, follow this email and then donate $20 to this princess, and then you'll.
Well, it was like the wording was like, you know how they always have like broken English. I'm like, what? And then it's like, I'm gonna send you a Google alert once that, or some kind of Google thing, and then what's that number? Reply with that number. I'm like, oh, so it must be legit. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So before I did all that, I went to his profile. There was nothing there.
Like, yeah. I need 300 Apple iTunes cards.
Yeah.
Those are the most random shit they want you to buy. Like, what the? Are you serious right now?
And then I had a guy from Arizona. He's like, still for sale? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dang it. I mean, I just posted. Like, I guess it doesn't show when it was posted. He's like, still for sale? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, sorry. I guess there is like some quick text or whatever.
There is. The first thing that it does, it'll send you, is this still available?
Yeah. So
if you just hit message, it's pretty irritating.
There's a bunch of like Motovan Facebook pages. You should post it on those.
Yeah, I'm on a Sprinter Marketplace one. I might be a little. We'll see. We'll give it some time, see how it goes.
Just on Facebook, just search Motovan, and there's a few pages that'll pop up that are all pretty good, dude. There's a lot of people like sell stuff on there.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes and if it moves.
What year is it?
Do what?
What year is it?
14. It's only got 108. For our 14, it's got 108,000 on it. The run's great. I just moving on from it.
Is it a diesel or gas?
Diesel, the 4-liter turbo. Yeah, big. It's long.
That's the same one. I got a 2012. The same.
Yeah.
Mine's the Crew though. It doesn't have the full windows.
How much are you asking for it?
58.
58.
I was just seeing it. Just kind of feeling the market, you know.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of build out stuff done to it though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got a whole battery bank, recessed lighting, king size bed that you can, also converts into a table with 2 benches where I've recorded before. The goal a year ago, probably more than a year ago, was to just try to podcast out of it, and I just never did it, which it's all right.
Bro, let's take it to the Nationals.
The Nationals?
Let's take the podcast on the road, bro.
I know. I just like literally though the benches that you sit across from, you can tell when people have been sitting there an hour, they're like so straight up and down. They're just like they just constantly like dude, you can tell they're like, let's wrap this up.
In there.
I know. It was going to come down to, it literally came down to, do I rebuild it and make it how I would like it, or just sell it, maybe buy one down the road and do it how like that,
Start from scratch.
Yeah. So I don't know. If it moves, it moves. And I could also like have the bed higher. The bed's kind of low, and the biggest downfall of it is it's all windows. It's a passenger van versus a cargo. So you're kind of limited. Now I've seen guys do it, but you can only go in between the windows if you want anything raised up, whatever, you're kind of limited on some things on the side.
I like the window style vans because they have rear heat and stuff.
Yeah. I don't have rear heat. I took that unit out and put into max air fans. But I was gonna put in a diesel heater, like the one you put under the passenger seat. I just never did. Oh, speaking of that, here's another rant. When you post something, I didn't know you were max 20 photos. I was pretty bummed about that. I took like 30 photos of the thing, and I had to like really think about the 10 I wanted to get rid of.
Pick your best ones, yeah.
I was like, what the heck, man? I was pretty bummed.
You picked good ones. It was a good ad, bro.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I put in Apple CarPlay just for like the resale. Like I just put that in like not too long ago, just for that.
Yeah.
I feel like that will help it a little bit better. But all right, Denver. Who we picking to win here? 450. Pick the podium. Same podium as Nashville.
Man, it might be.
Yeah. I think Tomac's going to take it in the altitude.
Yeah.
Home race for him. I'm going Tomac. He's going to be feeling it.
So now with Anderson, Barsha, and Webb out, I'm sure AP is going to be up there. Roxon obviously is going to be up there. And you think AC might get a podium?
Yes.
For the year?
Yeah.
I think he might get one.
Who gets a podium? All right, let's do this. Who will, if it comes down to the two, who gets a podium first, AC or AP?
I don't know. That's tough. I think AC because he's a better starter if he can just get 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
AC's been getting steadily better too.
Dude, and he's
coming off injury, so
he's always up there on the start too. If he's not getting the whole shot, he's right up there somewhere.
Dude, Justin Hill might get on the box.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sick. Yeah,
it's possible. Like he was rolling, like in Nashville when I saw he had like top 5, top 6 qualifying the second round. I was like, man, he must have put in a heater. But then he came back in the main and like backed it up. So
yeah, him and Tomac were the only ones doing that. I don't know how to explain this section where they're like most people were going real tight inside, and then him and Tomac would go outside of like it wasn't even a berm. It was like but kind of a berm. Then they double out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand what section that is, but him and Tomac were the only ones doing it.
Yeah, dude, and honestly, like if Roxon, Sexton, or Tomac, one of those 3 guys has a bad race, like we're definitely going to see some surprise on the podium.
Yeah,
somebody's getting paid.
Yeah, somebody. I feel like it's going to be a surprise too because I feel like there's like 4 or 5 other dudes that could be up there, pretty easy.
Yeah, these
those dudes crash. There's privateer that's gonna get some cash, dude.
Yeah, you know the privateer's like heck yeah, and the privateer team's like no. But also before we go, shout out to Dirt Studios for this sweet vintage Denver shirt. So yeah, go check them out. Dirt Studios. They only do limited supply. Then once they're out, they're out. But I will say they're not cheap, but I'm pretty proud of it. What about 250? Just Jet and then RJ. I don't know who else is even over on that side.
Jet and RJ show.
Yeah, and McAdoo's out, so I don't know.
Carson.
Yeah, I don't know on the over there.
I don't know, man.
Is Fortner going outdoors? Is he what's going on there? Anybody know?
I haven't heard anything about him.
Man, that PC team's a mess. But all right, boys. Anything else?
I think that's it, man.
Yeah. Dave, once again, as always, I mean, you're kind of part of this pod now. I mean, we lost Ryan like forever ago. And Mets is hit or miss. So once again, thanks for filling in. Basically a regular now. And let me mention this. I'm sorry. I don't know if we did mention this because we never said it. Did we talk about you being a sponsor for Car Now? Because we were gonna wait and then we didn't.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't remember if we did. Yeah, for that was for Atlanta. It was cool.
Yeah, we'll go back some time, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. Like he threw out that thing about having some spaces for his every race he does like a fender sponsor. Basically, you get your logo on the fender, and he gives you a shout out or whatever. And I mean, he's an Ohio boy, and I remember like his dad racing and stuff back in the day, and it's just cool. With the trail building company, I sponsor some race teams and try to like market in a different way than just blasting social media with a bunch of stuff all the time. So it was just fit well. We just finished that trail build in Roswell, right there outside of Atlanta. So having us on the front fender and having him shout us out in Atlanta was cool. And speedway tracks suck for those guys, but he didn't put it in the main that race. But it's just how it goes, dude. Those privateers just don't have what it takes to get in those freaking super speedway mains.
I love the creativity of these privateers or how they're thinking outside the box in the past couple of years. It's great. Like Moran's, I think it's Moran's is like all his what's that site? Not PayPal. It starts with, I don't know. It's like a subscription thing, and once you subscribe, he puts your name on his
Patreon.
Patreon. He'll put your name on his fender. I know we did that last year. I don't know about this year, but
yeah, that's the YouTube one. Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I don't know, I love the creativity and how we can help in any way. Just like, I mean, we had Starling on. He's like, I don't have to sell my pit bike just to make some money, and he said he didn't want to do it, but he's got to keep going to the races.
Yeah, dude. I think it's important for anyone that likes our sport in general. If you have a local dude to you that is a privateer trying to make it, and you have the means to help him, even if he can't like put a logo on or whatever, just help him. Like,
yeah,
I remember growing up racing and like, it's not cheap. It's not getting any cheaper. These dudes they're providing a lot of entertainment for a lot of people, and they are not making factory salaries. So it's important to support them. So I can't wait to see the privateer race.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
I don't know the time. You guys know the time that's on? Hang tight real quick. Privateer race on YouTube under the FXR YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure FXR. We're going to give it time for you. It's got to be during the day, I'm pretty sure. I wish I had like a little thing to like the
right after qualifying.
Say it again.
I think it's right after qualifying.
Oh. Yeah, just maybe here. Hang on one second. I don't know what I can do. Sorry about that. I was trying to find. Maybe not then.
The time. It's just.
Oh well.
It's Friday. They're doing it Friday.
Yeah.
Not Saturday.
Yeah, Friday. I just don't know what time. Oh well. I was trying to go in their FXR YouTube channel. I didn't see anything.
I can't find it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, privateer race Friday, FXR. I guess Gears YouTube channel. I don't know.
We'll find it and post it on social.
Is it on MX's thing?
But what was I gonna say? Maybe if you go to their YouTube channel now, it'll say set a reminder for this. I don't know. Who knows? But all right, guys. Well, appreciate it, and hopefully, this program is really falling off the rails as the season goes on. This review program, by the way.
We've only missed one.
We did only miss one.
I mean, it was a mutter. No one cares about that race.
Barsha won.
I was pumped to see Barsha win in the mud in the home track. We might have to roll back that footage. I think I might have said that could be a possibility.
I do want to say all not the whole race. I do want to. What's your all thoughts on the way he kind of rode in there on Sexton? Clean at the beginning of that mutter race.
Yeah, I don't see. I think it was just Sexton fell over pretty much.
Yeah, he kind of wheel stopped him real quick.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, in those conditions, it's anybody's game.
Yeah,
I didn't get to watch the race because I was in Belize, but I caught up when I got back.
I feel like that was kind of like, I'm going to throw this out there because I was down in the Caribbean, living it up.
No, I'm bummed that you guys didn't have your review. I missed one time.
No, you're kind of the glue here. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. And, I never shout this out. Thanks, everybody who watches and listens. Truly appreciate it. We all do. And we got just a couple more to go. Then we can wrap this thing up. But all right. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Yeah.